Hey guys, want to do a bit of a deal alert for you guys. We have the Gearbest 3-year anniversary sale coming up. We're going to talk about this sale, number one, because Gearbest carries a lot of stuff that we, and people who follow this channel really enjoy. Flashlights, the ganzo knives, some of the electronics and all that. They carry a lot of stuff. You got to bear in mind, these guys are like the third biggest website in the world. They're bigger than Amazon. They carry everything. Number two, I want to give you guys some tips and tricks how to purchase from Gearbest with 100% certainty that you're going to get what you want and not be ripped off, which is really important. And lastly, we're just going to kind of go over the sale because I looked through it briefly. There's a lot of good deals on flashlights, a lot of good deals on ganzo knives. There's a lot of good stuff going on. And make sure, guys, and I know because I think Gearbest got me for like $300 last year for the anniversary sale. Check in every so often. They change these deals up all the time. There's no rhyme or reason. They just do what they want, guys. So it never hurts to check in a couple times a day to see what kind of flash deals are going on and all that jazz. All right, so before we get into it, I want to say, number one, this is not just a shameless kind of plug I'm doing here. I do have a vested interest in you guys getting the best gear for the best price and also doing it safely. If you guys aren't able to get your gear to your door, you're going to stop watching me. If you buy garbage that I recommend, you're going to stop watching me. And in the end, I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't have confidence. And in fact, I've made literally at this point 30 or 40 orders from Gearbest myself with my own cash, buying all kinds of different things, not just, survival gear, but, electronics and things like that for my house. So I do utilize them as a consumer myself and want to pass along some of that good info along with the sale. So, all right, we'll look at the sale real quick because I know you're like, hey, I'm looking at Bushcraft's phone. How exciting. So basically, as you go to the site, you're going to see you got the daily flash deals, which are usually your better prices. And you can see it's a wider variety of stuff from like robo vacuums and light bulbs and IP cameras and quadcopters. You have your brands, coupons, things like that. You have some category deals and things like that. And this is where you're going to find your flashlights and the outdoor stuff like ganzos and things like that. And as I've gone through, I've seen some really good prices on the Lumintop flashlights. Really good, like Lumintop tool for $8. Some really good prices on nightcore flashlights. Saw some of them in the 20s and 30s. Really good prices. Now, how to protect yourself. Now, Gearbest is a foreign company. They are based out of China. They're a huge company. And part of the issue when you have a company that huge is when you're doing business around the world, they're never going to have enough staff that speak English. They're never going to have enough staff that speak, Portuguese, that speak all these things. There's only so many limited people they can hire to work for them as far as a global company. So they tend to rely on Google Translate. So when you have problems, guys, and if you do, you have to bear in mind that person you're talking to may be using Google Translate. When you say something like, oh my God, I'm going crazy, my ganzo knife hasn't shown up and I'm pulling my hair out, that doesn't translate well. And vice versa, sometimes you're going to get weird messages from them that don't make sense. Slang does not translate. When you correspond with people, when there's issues, you have to speak very plainly. You have to use no slang, no jargon, no abbreviations, avoid contractions, don't, won't, can't, things like that don't always translate well. So when you say, oh, I bought this, flashlight and it's a pile of rubbish, that may not translate to them. So what you need to do is be very, very concrete and say the flashlight does not work or it did not arrive. You need to be very concrete, very short. Very important when you're dealing with them because you have to bear in mind everybody's level of translation and capabilities in different languages is very different. Number two, payment. Always pay with PayPal. I say that because PayPal offers protection for you. Number one, do you really want your credit card information overseas? No, absolutely not. Gearbest may be an honest company, but who knows who's hacking Gearbest, who's stealing from it, all that. Don't risk it. Use PayPal, because number one, it gives you that protection, and number two, they have pretty much, you can file a claim for up to 45 days. If you order something and it doesn't show up, file a claim, you get your money back. PayPal pretty much sides with us 100% of the time whenever there's an issue, whether it's eBay or Gearbest or whoever. PayPal, it's part of what your fees pay for is that protection. So whenever you do order and when you buy with PayPal, you're 100% guaranteed you're going to get your product. Even if your product shows up and it was smashed in the mail, PayPal will cover it. Bought the product and 2 weeks later it breaks, PayPal will cover it. Use PayPal. It is your way to guarantee a good experience. Or at least maybe not a good experience, but at least that you're not losing money. Third thing, shipping. Now, as I said before, this is a big global company. They can't take every letter, every little tiny envelope and ship it across the world. These things have to be kind of, contracted out to different postal services, whether it be Singapore or Sweden, or, you'll see when you buy things, there's always different options. I highly recommend always pay the extra buck or two for the better shipping. Always pay the extra buck or so for tracking. It will always help. It makes things a lot easier. And in the end, all the horror stories you hear about people not receiving things is usually because somebody sent something through like Singapore Post. When you're sending things through third world countries, there's a lot of people who are just going to steal things. So pay the extra money, pay for the upgraded shipping. You will appreciate it and you'll have much more options. And there is a lot more, feeling good being able to track your shipment and knowing exactly where it is, because these things can take a while coming from overseas. So I think it's really important and very, very super helpful. So just to point that out. So let's rehash here, guys. If there are problems, mind your communication. Remember, global company. 2, use that PayPal. Trust me. 3, pay for the upgraded shipping. You will have a good experience. I've done in the neighborhood of 30 to 40 orders through Gearbest. I've had one issue to date, and it was pretty much that they did not pack a knife that I ordered and paid for. Now, Gearbest is actually kind of cool, because what they do is they'll actually take a picture of your order and the items in the package before they send it out. So when you check your order status, you can actually look at the order. So here you go, you look at the order and you can actually see they forgot to pack the knife. So I sent customer service a letter. It took a couple days for them to respond, and they pretty much said, hey, you can wait and we can ship you another, or we can refund you. I said, refund you. They literally put the money back onto, my PayPal in like minutes. It was that quick. It from the time I got the email to the time, it was done, like massively super quick. And it was very easy because they do have that capability. They have the pictures, they take them, they can look at them. It's very organized, guys. They are, despite what people will say, the naysayers do say, these guys do quite a bit. They really do a lot to ensure that you have a good experience. So, always getting emails. Ammo, of course. So let's take a look at these flashlight deals since we're here. Now, of course, you're going to go home lighting and all that, and you're going to see the different deals. But as you get into this, you're going to see, you got the Singfire 348. What is that? $5. Where are they? There's some good ones in here. Look at that. The Claris M17 titanium for like $39. Lumintop tools for less than $10. A copper Lumintop print for like $40. Another Lumintop for $15. The prices on some of this stuff, astounding. The jet beam stuff, $10, $13. There's a whole nightcore section here. There's dynamite too. Battery prices. Their battery prices are killer. And I have not gotten one fake battery from Gearbest. And I've bought quite a few. They're in here somewhere. I might have missed them, but there's actually quite a few really nice nightcore prices as well. So look through them, guys. Like I said, these things are going to change up quite a bit. The outdoor and sports. There's actually quite a few ganzo knives for really cheap. $10, $11. Backpacks, dry bags, those cheap pouches, guys. I love those cheap pouches. The ones I did the video on. All kinds of really good stuff for the money. Avoid the junk, guys. There is some junk, but look at this. Your $8 ganzo delicas, you know, the fake delicas. All kinds of cool stuff you're going to find in here if you look through. So check it out, guys. It's definitely worth the time, worth the money to look at. And as long as you follow the rules I told you, you're going to have a really good experience with Gearbest, and you don't have to worry, which is the biggest point, because I want you guys to get good deals. Because you know what, in the end, guys, if you guys go out and you get a Lumintop tool for $8, you know, and you're really super happy with it, and that makes you watch more of my videos and be happier and click more likes and click more ads and do that, that makes me happier. I don't care, you know, I'm not in this to make a ton of money, guys. I'm here just to make a little, you know, little something on the side, which is pretty much what this channel amounts to. But in the end, I would rather you guys be happy. And my own, you know, purchases through Gearbest, 30, 35 orders, you know, obviously I support the company. Obviously I've had good experiences with them, or else I wouldn't be doing these orders. I wouldn't be making the videos and supporting them like I do. So I hope you guys enjoyed.